Hey, it's Colin here, Online Marketing Done For You, coming in from Hoi An in Vietnam once again. But yeah, today I wanted to sort of up the ante a little bit because I've been getting some feedback all over the world actually, and it comes down to this observation that there is a deadly disease affecting small businesses all over the world, regardless what country you're in. And it's having a direct impact on your website return on investment, your marketing return on investment. Because having an ineffective website isn't as trivial as you think, and it's creating this disease that I describe as unfulfilled website expectations. And as I say, it's not a trivial thing. See, if for no other reason, when you invest in something like a website, which is a big market investment for most small businesses, wherever they are in the world, it's a big investment. And as a stakeholder or a shareholder, so even if you're a small business and the stakeholders are your husband and wife, your children, when you put in that amount of effort in particular website project, you deserve a return on investment. And to not have one is ignoring shareholder and stakeholder responsibilities. So a question for you to see whether this is acceptable or not. Have you ever bought a season ticket to a sports club that you follow wherever you are, whichever sport you might be into around the world, and you turn up for the games week in, week out, and they don't tell you the score? Would you allow that to happen? Would you complain to management? Is it okay for everyone to be playing the game? You've invested your money, you turn up, you pay you're there cheering the team on, you turn up all the time and no one tells you the score? Or on a less regular basis, getting down to the actual fundamentals of business, would you pay your accountant thousands of dollars a year? Even if you're only a small business, it always ends up a few $1,000s. Pay your accountant thousands of dollars a year, and would you allow them not to give you financial reports? Even if you don't understand them, you'd at least expect them to rock on up, explain your performance, so you get some feedback on and some performance feedback for the money that you've parted with. So now I want to transfer that to your website, because if you're like most small businesses, you have invested thousands of dollars in a website. Even if you've got a cheap website, you probably invested hundreds of hours, brought in different team members, or it took months to get it going. So don't ignore it if you just bought a cheap one. It's still sucked up time and effort, I would imagine. And my question is, have you ever got a performance report? Has anyone ever told you how well it's doing? Are people visiting it? Are they staying on the site? What are they looking at? What are they interested in? Has anyone ever told you that? Now, my experience is that if you're an online marketer, this is blasé. You're getting it all the time. It's coming at you left, right, and center. But if you're like a business coach, or you make things, furniture, widgets, kitchen appliances, if you're as a business coach or an accountant or a lawyer or a fitness professional, you're out there doing your do. Event managers, event professionals, you're out there in the muck and grind doing your job. And you often haven't got time to go hunting in the back end of your website for all these stats. Now, I agree, you should not have to go hunting for this information. It should be available to you. Like if you went to the sports game, the scoreboard's up there and it just tells you. And at every minute of the game, the scoreboard is there telling you. You don't have to go looking for it. Well, why do you allow that to happen with your biggest marketing investment, like your website? The scoreboard should be there all the time telling you whether it's performing or not. And it's unacceptable. I don't get it. It's unacceptable to not have the score. And I challenge you, don't accept it. Don't accept it. Just because you don't understand how to get the data, or previous experiences of getting the data has been overwhelming. I mean, that happens. Again, it does not have to be like that. There are ways to get the data in simplified format. So I challenge you, just don't accept it's okay to not know the score of how well your website is doing. You know, I go back to the shareholder and stakeholder responsibility. People are relying on you to make good use of your time and money, because that's their time and money as well. Like I say, even if that includes small business, one-man bands, family, they want to see that when daddy or mummy goes out to work, when the work they're doing brings back more of daddy or more of mummy or more of the annual shareholder dividends. There's a responsibility to get that right, certainly to make it more effective. You know, effective website can convert more sales, it can convert more leads, it can get more engagement. And talking engagement, let me just digress. If you're thinking that your business return on investment is being sort of handled through social media, just be careful with that thinking, with that strategy. Now, we use social media, there's nothing wrong with using social media, all for it, but not to build your entire house. You do not rely on that. You know, Google Plus has just disappeared. If you've been investing for a number of years in Google Plus, putting everything out on Google Plus, you know, it's gone. It's gone. I hope you backed it up. I mean, they gave fair warning. They said it's going, it's going, it's going. But the same applies with all these platforms. You know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. These platforms belong to someone else. Your website does not. It's yours. You can leverage that in lots of different ways. And I'm only just scratching the surface. Right now, I just want to highlight this lack of accountability, this lack of a scoreboard that is yours. The data is freely available. The data, it's freely available, and it should be available to you very easily. So if you're not getting it, ask someone. You go to your website developer and say, where are my stats? And see whether they're going to give them to you for free or whether they're going to charge them. But the data itself is freely available. Google wants you to have the data, would like you to do better with it. I'm not saying it's free to get it all set up so that you get it, but it should be a fairly negligible investment up front. The data itself is free. So you're entitled to this. In my opinion, you're entitled to this. And it's only because of gobbledygook or tech talk that people have made it too hard. It's not too hard. It is available and it's there for you. So if you're not happy with your website return on investment, if you're not thinking it's effective, if the phone's not ringing, if the leads are not coming in, you know, do a website review, look to improve it. It can be done. And you know, the answer's not a new website. Okay? The answer's not a new website. It's a more effective website, one that delivers. And your starting point is to get the data to tell you whether it is delivering or not. And once you've got that data, then you can move forward. Okay? So just pause for a second. If you are frustrated, if you are worried, if you're not getting the results that you were expecting from your website, I challenge you. Take a step back, think about it. You have a right to that data, and you should have it presented to you in a format that you can use and turn around your website into an effective marketing investment asset with a good return on investment. If you're not, make some noise. I'll wrap up now, okay, because I just want to leave you with that thought. Tomorrow, I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about why some businesses succeed, or some websites succeed and some websites don't, okay? Google wants you to succeed. It will help you, and I'll explain why tomorrow. But in the meantime, get in touch with your developer and ask them, if you've never seen some stats on your website performance report, ask your developer to send you weekly or monthly website performance reports from Google Analytics. Even if you don't understand them, just get the website developer to do that. And if they balk at that, then I would question whether they have your best interests at heart. Okay? Your website can do better. You don't need a new website. You just need to make your existing website more effective. I'll leave you with a quote from a friend of mine. I hope there's a mind. He's told me it's okay. You wouldn't tolerate a lazy employee. Don't tolerate a lazy website. So look out for tomorrow. I'll be back to explain why some succeed and some don't when it comes to website marketing. Okay, take care now. Have a great day. Bye-bye.